Man, yo, YouTube. Man, we're gonna get into a little quick video of how you will react when you get stopped by cops and cops fucking up and making a wrong mistake, locking up the wrong person. So I'm gonna get into this little quick video real fast to see people's reaction, y'all. I'm gonna get into this real fast. Let's go with it.
But what happens when the cops mess up and accidentally arrest the wrong person?
Hey, yo, that's some bullshit. Get up, put your hands on.
Fair use, YouTube. Fair
Patrick
use.
Mumford. Patrick was just getting back home when two officers confronted him, claiming there were warrants out for his arrest. What the cops didn't realize, though, is that the warrants were for a completely different man, but this didn't seem to bother them.
What's your name? I'm going to ask you one more time. We probably need to talk to you. So, stand up. Turn around, put your hands in the car.
What happened?
Patrick is justifiably nervous here after suddenly being confronted by multiple police officers, but still manages to give the cops his name. However, they decide that they don't believe him, and instead of asking for an ID or trying to confirm his identity in any way, they immediately decide to do this instead.
What I do? Man, what I do? Y'all ain't telling me what I do, man. You got a warrant. He just came back from his probation officer.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube automation channel? But all people do is tell you to go to Fiverr and Upwork.
I got taser. You coming out?
You
coming out? Come out.
These cops be trigger happy just to tase somebody.
3 seconds. Hold on, man. 3 seconds. No, get up. Put your hands on the car. Show me the warrant. Come out. 2. All right, take it. All right, move. You coming out or not? Come out. You got a warrant. You better get out of the car. 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 All right, move, Fox, move.
It took just 38 seconds from the police making first contact to giving the order to tase him. According to the cops, Patrick was given numerous reasonable opportunities to comply with officers, but because of his resistance, they were left with no choice but to stun him. But even after being tased and detained, the cops still aren't finished roughing Patrick up.
Something was going on, man. Just off me, man. He keeps reaching for his back. Ah! Quit resisting.
I got him, guys. Just search whatever you're going for.
The cops searched Patrick to try and find whatever he was reaching for, assuming he was hiding a weapon of his own. But predictably, they find nothing other than his wallet. This would end up being a blessing for Patrick, though, as inside his wallet, the cops found his ID.
I just seen this stuff. Patrick Mumford. That lady not gonna tell me that I got a warrant. I just seen her.
Here's the deal, dude.
How long I had a warrant?
I don't know if you got a warrant because you're not who I'm looking for. But here's the deal. When we ask you for ID because you look a lot like the person we're with, you give us ID. And when you start this whole fighting nonsense, dude, all you had to do is give me this.
But the way you came up asked me out of nowhere.
Remember, the cops never once asked for Patrick's ID during the initial interaction. In a later report, the cops also stated that they were worried he was reaching for a weapon.
Hey, that's another thing too. They did not ask him for identification. But one thing too, right? To save yourself all this heartache and all this shit, right? Just give the cops your ID. Just give them your damn ID. This is how shit is going to get resolved real fast because it's going to be your word against the cops. And they ain't going to take your word. They're not going to take your word. No matter if you got rights or whatever you want to say it, they're not going to take your word for shit. It's your words against the law enforcement officer. Just give them your damn ID. Then anything else that expires from there, then you got the rights and you got the law in your corner. You know what I mean? But when you don't give them your ID, that just gives them the motive to fuck you up and put a bullet to your head. Do you understand what I'm saying, YouTube family? You know what I mean? So all of that, you're not giving your ID away. You're not doing this and doing third. Most likely you're going to go to jail or they're going to injure you.
When he was shuffling back in the car. car. So, do you think they would have been okay with him reaching into his back pocket for his wallet? He wasn't given any chance to correctly identify himself, but now the cop is patronizing him and saying he caught a case he didn't need to get. And above all, he's still being manhandled and
these cops is damn wrong though for how they handle the case. They're not professional at all. They didn't ask him for ID. You know, this basically the stereotyping. I'm understanding you're a law enforcement officer. You're going off of what you think, not what you know. But you know what I mean, you're putting yourself in the harm's way too with identifying the wrong person. You know what I mean? So you cops need to go do some special fucking training for identifying people the right way. You got all this damn AIs and all this damn technology. You should be able to identify people a little bit better.
and forced onto the hood of their patrol vehicle.
What's the guy name?
Is there someone here to stay here that looks like you? Think about it.
Hey, Jack. Guess what he's looking for?
Tell him. Who does he look a lot like? He knows who it is.
You don't even
Michael?
know.
He is not Mike.
Okay, I know that now.
Oh, they thought it was my son?
Yes.
Really? They don't even look nothing
And then
alike?
besides that, he didn't even have to look
that we got, they look exactly.
Oh,
But when
wow.
we all look,
I'm looking at that
man, you
picture. I
understand,
mean,
man,
not far off.
man. To the cops, we all look the same, man. Don't matter. All they see is this. All they see is this. You know what I mean? They're not going specifically on he's this height, he's, you know what I mean? They going by your color, man. Let's just be honest, you two.
For the record, this is the man they're looking for. It's difficult to draw even a single similarity in appearance, but the
Man,
cops
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold
claiming
you.
there were warrants out for his arrest.
I ain't gonna hold you, you two, fam. Them two did look a little similar to each other. Just, you know, one did look a little bit older, like he could be his dad or some shit. But on some real shit, they did look a little bit alike. Hold on, I want to see what happened with this case right here. Let's try to rewind it a little bit. Try to rewind a little bit. Probably gonna get hit with a commercial though, but it's all good.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on
Yo,
Amazon is not.
Really?
that picture, I mean,
Don't they
It's
look
not
alike?
far off. Okay, are we wrong?
He knows who it is. Michael?
He is not Mike.
Okay, I know that now.
oh, they thought it was my son?
Yes.
Really? They don't even look nothing
And then
alike?
besides that, he didn't
The
even have to look
picture that we got, they look exactly.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at that picture. I mean,
It's not far off. Okay, are we wrong?
For the record, this is the man they're looking for. It's difficult to draw even a single
They do look
similarity in
almost
appearance,
alike,
but the
though.
cops apparently
They do
saw
look
so
alike,
many
though,
that they were
y'all.
comfortable with discharging a weapon at Patrick. Patrick was initially
They do look alike a little bit, y'all. And I'm black. They do look a little bit alike. That's not even cat with that shit.
charged with obstruction and violating probation.
But the cops did not go about it the right way. Like I said, just give the cops your damn ID so you don't be put in the fucking coffin or behind bars.
And was fixed to lose his job and position at college. Thankfully, though, an internal investigation was launched into the 4 officers on the scene, and it was concluded that they didn't follow proper procedure. All 4 of the officers were suspended, and Patrick was awarded with a settlement of $100,000.
Man, he got that bag though. He deserved that shit. Falsely accused of shit, and you know what I mean, getting slammed in the getting tased and all that shit. Man, it could have killed him being tased. Could have stopped his damn heart. He should have got more than that, but I'm glad he got to the bag because he deserved it. Went through all this nonsense and shit. He wasn't even the right person they was looking for, man. But I'm happy that they, you know, they had no choice but to pay him. They had no choice, and he still got underpaid, in my opinion.
But David Wiggins' story doesn't have such a happy ending. He was pulled over and forced out of his vehicle with not so much as a second thought from the police, but they failed to realize he too was the completely wrong guy.
Hands out the window! Take your right hand up in the door. Get on the ground. On the ground.
They was ready to pop somebody, boy.
Did you just run from me? Sir, okay?
I understand, like cops, you know, they gotta go home too. But goddamn, you come out your car with your gun ready, man. You ready to put a cap in somebody's ass?
All right, put your hands behind.
David was put into cuffs and left on the ground at gunpoint after cops mistook him for a suspect. Apparently, the guy they were looking for had just fled them in a similar car with a similar license plate, and the cops pulled David over assuming it was the same vehicle. It's an understandable mistake, but realistically, the cops should have double-checked the plate as soon as they landed this until
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying. For one thing, okay, driving the same car, right? Check the damn license plates, officers. Check the damn license plate, officers. There's so many people that it's like 100,000 people that drive the same damn car in this world, right? Check the damn license plates, y'all. So the cops right there are not doing their job the right way. And this is what tends to happen when cops are not doing their job right. Then the people that the suspect they're fucking with, they're going to be hostile. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times it's the cops' fault because they're not doing their job right. Maybe it has to do with training, them just being too, their heart is beeping too fast, all that shit. They're not thinking, but you need to think because you can arrest the wrong person or kill the wrong person by mistake because you're not doing your job.
handcuffed and at gunpoint before even attempting to confirm he was their guy.
Give me that tag.
David was offered little other than an
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's all the fuck she got to say. I'm sorry about that. You need to be doing more than I'm sorry about that. A better apology for it. You had the man at gunpoint. You had the man at gunpoint. Handcuffed him on the floor. You know how disgrating that is to somebody? You know how that can fuck somebody's character up? You traumatize somebody and all that shit? Get the fuck up out of here, man. That is bullshit. And that's all. We're sorry. We're sorry. That's all, man. Sorry sometimes don't cut it, y'all. Sorry don't cut it all the time.
apology for the whole ordeal and was sent on his way after being correctly identified as the wrong guy. But that wasn't enough for David, and in July of 2023, decided to file a lawsuit against the city of Marion, claiming gross negligence, civil assault, battery, and false imprisonment. In the complaint, David alleges that he was forced to endure 3 minutes handcuffed on the ground with a gun to his head, not knowing if the next second would be his last. He also notes that the apology was a mockery. As of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing. When this cop is faced with the same situation, he managed to show exactly how you should handle it.
Here we go with Florida, y'all. You know, I live in Florida, so here we go. Let's see how this Florida shit turn out for y'all.
Get shot over this. Do you really think we want to be out here killing people?
A deputy in Volusia County was looking for a burglar when he stumbled upon Joseph Griffin, a man who he said perfectly matched the description.
There's a burglary that happened. You kind of fit the description. Let me just make sure that you're not him, okay? All right. I'm a vet. I have my ID. Okay. Can I see your ID? Yeah. You literally, they said white tank top, black shorts. And they said that you had a beard, all right? It was black male. Again, not saying it's you, buddy.
This cop is obviously aware of how difficult this very interaction can be, especially if it turns out he's not who he's looking for.
Real difficult. That can end your damn career.
So he approaches him politely and attempts to resolve the situation rather than escalate it.
I'm gonna tell y'all that's the way y'all do it. Y'all give the cops your damn ID. That's going to stop a lot of problems right there, and then a lot of the shit is going to be in your hands. So definitely get the cops your ID, even if you didn't do nothing wrong. Just get the cops your damn ID, y'all. I see a lot of videos when people don't want to get the cops your ID, and a lot of dumb shit happens. It just get a cops your ID. That's all you got to do. If you ain't got nothing that's going to put you in jail, just get the cops your ID. If you do got something that's going to put you in jail, then I get it. But if you don't, just get the cops your ID. I know we all got rights. I feel the same way. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to get a bullet put in my head, though, for some bullshit I didn't do. Let's get back into
with me, okay? Because you fit the description. I'm not saying you're guilty, but my sergeant's telling me to detain you. That's my sergeant. I got
Panel
this video.
here, and now they're in.
That's it.
It's live. Do you mind sending it down here? Just for now, I'm gonna detain you. Look, you're not under arrest. I'm detaining you right now because you fit the description. Okay. Just hang tight for me, okay, buddy?
Joseph respectfully informs the cop that he's live streaming the interaction for his own safety before being detained. He's also told that he's not under arrest and not being charged with anything. They just don't want to give him the opportunity to run should he end up being the suspect.
We're not saying it's you, but you fit the description. That's why I'm detaining you. If it's not you, we're gonna cut you loose and you're free to go, okay? But I just want you to see through us why, you know.
Hey, everything going on is just a little bit scary.
Yep. This is it was a burglary. It's a burglary. It's serious. It's not a joke.
You got these guys that are getting ready to go home, and we're coming in. So that's why you have so many.
The cops are doing their best to put Joseph at ease, but you can still imagine how stressful of a situation this would be. He's doing a good job at staying respectful and composed, but you can definitely still tell he's on edge.
We appreciate you being very cooperative. Other people would just.
I'm not trying to get shot over this.
Right. Facts. Hands up.
Do you really think we want to be out here killing
Hands up.
people? Do you honestly think that?
I'm a military police.
Like I said, brother, I've been in the same boat.
After just 10 minutes of waiting, they hear back from the witness who had just received a picture of Joseph.
So good news for you. The witness is saying that the clothes you're wearing and all that doesn't fit the description. It's going to show. Again, he's going to run you and we'll be out of here, okay?
A show-up is a method of identification where a witness is presented with a single suspect and simply asked if that's their guy. It's also worth mentioning that when looked for a suspect at large, police will only receive a quick rundown of the suspect's appearance. Adding extra details can create confusion and even cause cops to let the perpetrators go if they miss something small. This is why the description may seem vague and leads to false positives, just like this one is starting to look like.
What's your name, man? Joseph. Joseph, hey man, listen, Jake. Just want to say thank you for keeping a cool, good demeanor. We just got the picture finally from the witness, and it's. I get why they went out with you for sure. Clearly not you, but the clothing description, everything matched. So obviously these guys didn't have that to go with. They just had a description and he matched it pretty good. But once we finally got the picture from the video surveillance and stuff, it was like, nah, that's not it. So I told him, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just want to end that like that. And I like this is the way you handle it. You get a cop's your ID. You go on about your day, y'all. That's all I gotta say. You go on about your day. Don't give them so much of a hard time. Don't give them a reason to do something bad to you. Is all I'm saying, especially when you're by yourself. And if you do get stopped by the cops, it's okay to record it for your safety, though. But do what's right to get a cop's your ID, and you won't, be a part of a hassle. Do what this video I just played you, what the guy at the end just did. This is how you do it. If you didn't do shit, just get a cop's your ID. You won't have a problem. I'm tired of seeing my black men getting killed over some bullshit they didn't do. Just cooperate a little bit and you can go out today. You feel me? So on that note, YouTube, I just want to say that to my YouTube fam. I appreciate everybody that comes through, that shows love to this video. Please hit that like button, share button for you. I appreciate it. We out. Woo. Still have to